Ronnie Bo has been on a media blitz spreading tons of lies on R. Kelly as if he was his cellmate, which he was not, absolutely not. As if he had a close relationship with R. Kelly, he did not. And as if R. Kelly told him all these things. All of it is to wanting to promote a career for himself. He's willing to act as if he had some relationship with Rob that he did not. This guy has been spreading nothing but lies on R. Kelly. So I talked to Rob's real cellmate at MCC to get facts, not fiction.
Yeah, and he would come to my room, just sit there, man. And, no, that dude lying. He ain't telling the truth.
So Robert would never talk about Aaliyah to anybody in there?
Ma'am?
Robert would never talk about Aaliyah to anybody in there?
He confided more in me than anybody. And he only talked about it that one time.
And it was just lovingly?
Yes, and that was it.
And he would never say anything negative about Jayz?
No, he didn't do that. Him or all those three guys that was with the Gotti thing, that's the only time he even talked about them was during that time when that movie came on. But that's the only time.
And he was around you guys every day?
He was with me every day, if nothing else.
And how did you get in touch with me?
How did I get in contact with who?
With me.
Through him. Robert gave me your information. He gave me 3 people's information, gave me their telephone number, and told me to call these 3 people. So that's how me and you got connected. Because he provided me. He gave me the information. I got the letter to show where he told me, remember? I told you he gave me a letter to give to you?
Right, yeah.
At the bottom it said Sharon. And I said, man, you spelled Sharon wrong. He said, she knows that this is the way I spell her name. Don't change it.
Right.
So, no.
And I'm one of the people he trusted most?
One of the 3 that he told me. It was only 3 people. He gave me all 3 of their name, their phone number, and told me to call them. Yeah. And I still one of them. I ain't even called yet. I only called the 2.
Right. And so it's unlikely that he would meet somebody in there and start talking about Aaliyah and Jayz in a negative way.
No, he ain't gonna do that. And if they saying that they lying, whoever said that they lying, he one thing he still has too much love and affection for Aaliyah.
Right.
He don't just sit there and burn his friends and burn his brothers like that. He don't do that.
Right.
That's just not true.
Yeah. So I wanted to get it from somebody who I know is confirmed, because Robert confirmed you to me by the method that, he put together. And you and I have been in touch, and you've been telling me things. So I know that you are around him every day. I know that you are solid. And if he would have talked about Jayz and Aaliyah to anybody, it would have been to you.
Oh yeah, he would have told me if he had any kind of stuff like that he was gonna talk about. Because he is just more open to me because he trusted me more than the rest of the people.
Right.
I prayed with this man almost every night. I prayed with him. There wasn't nobody in there praying with him but me.
Right.
I sit in there while he cried. After we finished praying, he broke down crying. He wasn't doing that when nobody else trusts me. That ain't the kind of place where you're gonna be breaking down crying in front of other people. You know what I'm saying?
And did he give just any old body access to him?
No. He didn't let people come in his room, and he barely left his room. He wasn't like that. He wasn't hands-on like that.
So he didn't just embrace everybody.
No.
And he didn't just open up and trust any old body.
No, he didn't do that. I would say there's probably 3 people in that whole place who he trusted. Me.
So he's not going to just meet some guy in there and start telling him his life story.
No, no, he don't do it like that.
And you couldn't even get access to him, right?
No, oh no, no. You know why you stay in your room so much, man? He stayed in his room with the door closed. He didn't come out much, and he didn't let nobody in. I said, man, why you 24/7?
And even after you got out, he still stayed in communication with you?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He
Talks to you on the phone, emails you.
No, I don't get him now. Since they moved into North Carolina, they sent us a message saying that his thing wasn't working. His text message thing wasn't working, and I hadn't heard from them since I got that, and that came directly from the Department of Corrections that his text thing wasn't working or something.
His emails, yeah.
Yeah, it's not working. So ain't nobody getting no messages from him. So they said they get some messages and saying he said this and said that. That's just not true. That's a lie. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to clear it up with somebody who was in there with him. You were around him all day, every day. And if he was gonna tell people about Jayz and Tupac and Aaliyah, it certainly would have been you. And I know that you're verified because he called me and told me to talk to you. Remember when you first called me, I was skeptical.
Yeah, and he said you would be. that's why he drew me the letter with the piano on it and put your name on it and spelled it wrong.
Right.
I tried to correct your name. He said, no, don't change that. Because she knows this is the way I spell her name.
Yeah. So he wanted us to be in touch because he wanted us to communicate, basically.
Whoever don't believe that, I got the paper to show. I still got the paper to show the 3 names he gave me, the 3 names with the 3 telephone numbers, and told me these are the only 3 people I trust. Holler at them. This is only one of them. Like I said, even to this day, it's only one of them I didn't call yet.
Right. And so you know that he trusted me in there because he spoke of me.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So, okay, because, I just wanted to get clarity because this guy's out here acting like Rob told him all this shit. And I know that's not Robert. I know Robert would never do that. And, as if Rob is snitching or, saying negative shit about Jayz. And that's not Rob's personality.
That's not him, man. That's just not him. That's not him. I got to know him probably better than anybody. I mean, he went all the way down to his childhood, the death of his mother, when they used to go to him and his mom used to go to McDonald's. I mean, I know stuff about him that he told me that there's some stuff probably nobody know but me. So I know as tight as we were, and it was because they able to talk with me and open up with me that I know things he was doing with anybody else. So if he was going to say something like that, he would say something to me about Jayz and all them. If he was going to say something, that ain't him. I'm sorry, that's just not him.
Right, and I agree. So you're somebody who was around him all day, every day. He verified you to me. He verified me to you. He put us in touch with each other. And I trust your accounts of him.
Yeah, he did that. He put us together. He was the one who connected us.
Right. And he told you to contact me when you got out.
He sure did.
Right.
I said I still got the letter. I can scan it.
No, you have scanned it. You have sent it to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I saw it. And plus he called me, so I know, he set up a code, and when he called me, y'all did the code, so I knew it was legit. So I don't question your relationship with him.
It must be somebody who's trying to, I don't know, maybe they trying to get some hits on their site or something like that. If they telling lies like that, that's somebody who's trying to get hits on their site or trying to make money or something. But that's He never spit venom on anybody.
Yeah, and he never spoke negatively on anybody.
No, he sure did.
Right.
Even people who did him wrong, he didn't speak bad on them.
Right.
So if I'm gonna talk bad on somebody, it's normally gonna be the person who did me wrong.
Right.
He didn't talk bad about them, so that don't add up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Somebody trying to get some brownie points or something. I don't know what they're doing, but that's not the truth. And I hate that people keep telling these lies, trying to make themselves popular, famous, whatever, get their 15 minutes of fame. But why lie on the man like that? He got enough going on in his life right now than to have you lying on him saying he said something that he didn't.
Right.
That, he just ain't like that.
And that can damage his relationship with Jay-Z. That's why it concerns me. Of course, they grab the biggest name in music because it's clickbait. And it's to promote what they're doing for their career, but you're hurting Rob even further. So that's why I take issue with it.
Yes, that's sad if somebody's doing that, because it's not the truth.
Yeah. Okay, well, I wanted to get it from the source, or a source that I know Robert verified to me, had called me, and he got on the phone and called me and told me about you and told me to talk to you. So I know that you were with him every day, and I know you were with him all day. And if he was going to say anything concerning Aaliyah and Jay-Z, he would have said it to you.
Yeah, he would have told me for sure.
And he didn't. So I just want to shut down nonsense that can potentially hurt him.
Wow.
And put him in danger because you're painting him as a snitch.
You're right. And that's not true.
Right. Like he's in there snitching on Jay-Z, and I know he wouldn't do that.
No. Oh, no. Because it just happened to you.
Right.
You're not going to do that.
Yeah. And it's not true. Yeah, so they trying to say Jay-Z set him up, Jay-Z backed Surviving Rkelly. Just all this nonsense. All these conspiracy theories that they're trying to act as if Rob confirmed. And he did not and would not.
No, he didn't. He wouldn't. That's the most crucial thing. He wouldn't.
Right.
Even if Rob knew something, he wouldn't be sitting down and telling nobody.
Right.
He would keep it to himself. That's just the kind of person. He would keep it to himself rather than let it out the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because he knows how famous he is.
That's somebody who don't know Rob.
Right.
And maybe they saw him passing through the prison, but they didn't get to know Rob and know who he is and talk with Rob. That's somebody who saw him passing by or something, but all them lies there.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me ask you something. Have you spoken to Sharon recently? What is her relationship to you?
Well, Sharon, I've known Sharon for 30 years, man. Maybe probably more. She was my nutritionist at one point.
Right.
And then she advanced on up to working for a whole lot of professional people, you know.
Right.
And I hadn't talked to her for a while, but then when I reconnected with her, when she sent me a letter in here just alone.
This call is from a federal prison.
We all have, look. A lot of people are like Sharon. Sharon cares about me. She cares about my well-being, just like a lot of people out there care about my well-being. And sometimes you get panicky, and you know, and you can. And so sometimes your people that love you on the outside is like that as well.
Right.
And that's how I feel Sharon is, you know. And in the midst, yeah, go on.
And the reason why I asked is because she, more than anybody, is trying to, you know, fight for your freedom. But people are trying to make her up as,
because they see the dirt,
right,
see the corruption, they see the tricks, and it's like instead of trying to open the cage, they basically shaking it, kicking it, throwing it down, hoping it break open.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Not totally understand.
Which I understand when you got somebody you love locked up in a cage and you know the bull crap is in the game.